Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the rise of the micro brands.
Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm.
All right, like we mentioned yesterday, we are having a special Lunch with Norm on Tuesday. So hopefully everybody got the invitation and you're going to tune in. I've got my buddy, a returning guest, Carlos Alvarez, going to be talking, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of things, alternative platforms, just things that are happening on Amazon right now. Anyways, it's just a great let's talk shop, about Amazon or whatever comes up. So hopefully there's tons of questions. If you do have questions, throw them over to the right-hand side and we'll get to them. If not, during the podcast, we'll throw them into our group, our Facebook group. But before we do anything, where is Kelsey?
Here I am. Hello.
Well, hello, Kels. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So
Great.
I took you by surprise, huh? Tuesday.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. I like to switch it up a little bit. And yes, DK Kim, happy Tuesday, guys.
Yes, happy
Welcome to the
Tuesday.
show. Before we get started, I just want to say you can smash those like buttons. Happy May the 4th to everyone, all the Star Wars nerds with us. We've got some great pictures going on. If you guys have any Star Wars memes, feel free to just load up the Facebook group in the Beard Nation. That'd be great. Our Facebook group is Lunch with Norm, Amazon FBA, and eCommerce Collective. And yeah, we'll get started. If you're missing on an episode, if you don't know where to catch it, just head over to our YouTube channel, Norman Farrar. And we do have a great prize today too. So it's really awesome. Recommend you guys stick around for it. But
yeah. Hey, let us know where you're coming from too, because I know Daniel's from Brazil, but I just saw Sao Paulo, Brazil as well. So not sure who that one is, but always interested to hear and see where people are from. Okay,
yeah, and
so
if you guys,
go ahead. I'm used to you interrupting me. Go ahead.
And I'm just going to say for anyone, just if you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comment sections. We're going to be talking about like product opportunities too. So if you have any questions about that, just put them in the comment section and we'll get right to them.
All right. Okay. So like I said before, any questions, just put them over in comments and we'll get to them just like Kelsey just said. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee and enjoy this Tuesday podcast. Hey,
what's
Mr.
up,
Carlos?
How's it going, man?
Good. You know what? I'm feeling good. How about you?
I just got my second Pfizer vaccine yesterday, so I feel like I got run over and backed over.
Oh, man.
But definitely don't want to miss this show. I think it's my second or third time on here too.
Yeah. It's
people are going to think you like me.
I do.
Wow.
I just can't wait till your
a
cruise
very
happens.
short line of people.
You know what? That's funny because I was just saying about the cruise. You have a very unique marketing cruise. It's the Amazon cruise that happens. We all missed it last year, but is that happening this year?
Yes. Well, the event Online Seller Cruise is February 5th. So technically this year is the build up to the cruise. We were supposed to go January something of this year that got canceled. So it's every January or very early February. So that's happening. As a matter of fact, I'd love to add if it's cool with you guys, in addition to what we spoke about, I'd like to add a free event pass to onlinesellercruise.com if anyone wants to do it. So up to you guys.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for sure. As long as you can't participate though, because I want to charge you. Just kidding. I really hope you can go.
I do too, depending on this government. But anyways, yeah, I'm missing out. Actually, I'm going to be talking with Danny tomorrow on Seller Sessions, another great podcast. If you haven't heard of Seller Sessions, it's at 11 o'clock just before our podcast. But we're going to be talking about live events and how that's affecting everybody and what we think is going to happen. What are we going to be doing? Like, how important is these next few live events, like Prosper's coming up and a few others. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on Amazon-wise.
Absolutely.
I was talking to Tim Jordan just before I came on here. Have
Sorry
you
to
heard?
hear that.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. Tim's awesome.
yeah, me too. But we were talking about this new product, a new service from Amazon called Explore. Have you heard of it?
No, I've not heard of the Explore program.
Oh my God. This is probably one of Amazon's newest. I mean, it's incredible. You can check it out. Go to amazon.com/explore. And what this allows any shopkeeper to do is have one-to-one communication with their clients, with their customers. So customers can call up, Bob's shoe shop and say, hey, I'd like to buy a pair of shoes. Every one of the shoes or every one of the products would be added to the Amazon listing. Person would go over, there would be a video going. It's a one-way video, so you don't have to be worried about, like, if you have a face for radio or if you're just afraid of being on video, you don't have to show yourself, right? But you can show the shelves and everything else. The other person you don't see the other person at all. And it'll calculate all the tax. It'll bring it to the checkout point. And it's just not for Amazon products. You can put courses on there. You could put sightseeing tours on there. You can do anything you want. And it's another way of showing revenue. Now, if you are an influencer, just go to amazon.com/explore and figure out how you can use it, because I think that this is a possible new gold mine. Possible. I don't know, but the possibilities are endless on it.
I just jumped over. I know it's
Isn't it
probably
cool?
rude, but like in the middle of you talking, I just jumped over to another tab and looked at it. It looks very cool. It sort of looks like, you remember Amazon doing this, they were like making a run at Groupon or something a long time ago. And there was like local services that you could buy, and then they killed it. But this is really great because I feel like, especially for me, if I'm understanding it right, because I don't know anybody else doing this, but I specifically go into opening brick and mortar local locations and leverage the traffic in those for Amazon private label launches and products. So this looks like a way to also sell directly from the store and expand beyond the 3-mile radius. Usually people are open to walking.
Isn't that, I mean, I look
It's
at
genius.
something like that and they haven't really promoted it. So I just happened to look at it wasn't even from Amazon, but I got an email and I just took a look at it. It was from Amazon. They sent me a video and it was, what is this? And nobody, like, I've talked to a bunch of people, nobody's heard of it, since last week when I first heard. The other thing, have you utilized the manage product documents tab
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that great?
It's absolutely amazing.
So why don't we get into that?
That's something that used to exist on the Vendor Central side before, and then it sort of like went away. But now it looks like it's available. You're talking about where you can upload like your warranty information and different things on how to use your product?
Anything. You can upload. Yeah. What I love about it, first of all, is that I don't know about you, but I was always worried about what I could send out with my emails, what I couldn't send out with my emails. Like, we used to send out PDFs. Well, all of a sudden, you got a slap on the wrist for that. Other things that you can link to. Could you put a link to YouTube for instructions? I didn't want to cross TOS. And so I stopped. I would just write somebody an email, I hope your package arrived okay, blah, 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 the same old. But with this is a pre-purchase, and it's a game changer. Because
I don't think we're talking about the same thing then. Can you share more what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is for warranties and how to use this.
All right. So your managed product documents, first of all, for those on Seller Central, you can get to it by just going into Seller Central, hitting inventory. It should be the very bottom tab on your dropdown. And what this allows the Amazon seller to do now pre-purchase is to put up user manuals, frequently asked questions, almost any type of document that you think of, a product research, certification, anything. And this will allow the person to go through, flip through the instructions or flip through whatever it is that could hook the person into buying your product. I went one step further with one of our clients recently. I uploaded a recipe book.
Sure.
So a person can see how to use the product with, it's a food product that I had, but with these recipes. So it's really cool. There's about 25 different things that you have the ability to upload now, and it shows up on your listing.
You mentioned YouTube though, like they're letting you put a YouTube video into your channel?
No, they're not letting you do that. That was just an example. Like when I was sending out emails before.
Time to jump off this call right now and go do it.
Yeah. No, it still can't do that. But I am not sure, and this might be okay. I'm going to get Vandana to check on this right after this call. Can you, within your PDF or in your instruction manual, have that YouTube link? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying everybody go out and do that and put it in, but it's something I'm going to explore and get back to our group on. All right. So we got lots of people now. Before we get really into the call, you've got two really incredible giveaways.
I do.
I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So first of all, let's talk about them.
One of them is for anyone that doesn't know, I founded and very actively organized the largest Amazon seller meetup group in the world. 16 events per month, 4 in Spanish and 12 in English. During COVID, we really expanded our community online on Zoom, and prior to that, we were just in person. So when at least in Miami, when everyone kept ignoring COVID and we were just going about our daily lives and could have in-person events, we began transitioning back to in-person events, but we didn't want to neglect, our new friends we met online. So what we did was we decided to record all events. So all of our meetup events are recorded. I think there's about half in person now and half on Zoom. Mm-hmm. But those recordings of these events, very topic specific to, very like no fluff. We put them in a paid, you can call them like paid gateway or like paid, like it's gated by a paywall. And it costs currently $30 a month. We call it the Video Vault. So I would like to gift a year free to the Video Vault. So it's probably upwards of 200 new videos that you're going to get access to live, as well as a library of over 1,000, of which there's 2 or 3 instances where they'll see your beard in those videos. So you get to see Norm in there too. I pride myself on the people that I get to speak at the events, and hence the recordings. We're not getting, the same thing you've heard on 6 webinars. So right. I really make sure that who gets in there, this is something very unique. And the question and answer format really, usually all the questions you have are going to be asked by people at that event. So I'd like to give a year of that away. And the other thing that we touched on is I have an annual event called Online Seller Cruise. And the next event, which you can find at onlinesellercruise.com, so you can get the specifics of where we're going and what you need to know. But I'm going to give away an event fee to that, which currently is somewhere in the $300 to $500 range. It still means you need to get a cabin and all of that stuff, but the actual event, 20-something events, currently there's at least 20-something events happening on that Caribbean cruise during our days at sea. So you're going to be able to take advantage of excursions, let the cruise do all the happy party times, decompress after Q4. And then when we are, when we're doing the excursions, we don't have the events. And then when we're at sea, we actually have the workshops, and we do it early in the morning so you could still take advantage of everything else on the cruise. It's a really amazing event. I'm super biased, but it's pretty wild. Just imagine a bunch of sellers just crushed it in Q4. When Norm gets up there to speak, or I saw Sharon pop up. I wish we can get Sharon to go, but when you see one of these like really high caliber speakers on the cruise or at one of these events, you want to hang out with them and ask questions afterwards, but they're usually, on to the next big thing, the after event, the VIP thing. On the cruise though, you can pretty much just stalk them for 8 days. Like they literally cannot get away from you. Like you just, and you could be generous with free drinks, right? Because you have a drink pass and you can just keep being super generous. So I think it's a great way to forge relationships too.
Now, Carlos, are you still going to wear the thong from last year?
I am. Well, it's going to say Wizards of Ecom. A W and an E on each cheek.
Yeah, very good. All right. And, this is it's a very well-known cruise. And like Carlos said, it got a ton of really great speakers, but also there's a ton of people that come that they want to learn about ecom, Amazon, and you can learn so much from the people that are going to be there. So it's not just the speakers that'll be there. It'll be the whole group of people that you're learning from. So I'd highly recommend it. And what an offer. So thank you for that. I didn't know that you were going to do that prior to the call. So thank you. All right. Let's talk. I had a guy on yesterday. Incredible. So Taylor,
Yeah, just jump in. Just because there are some differences, like with the cruise. Some people won't be able to. If the people try and enter for the Carlos vault, they might get the cruise and they won't be able to do that. So I just want to make two contest or hashtags. So if you're interested in the year supply of the Carlos vault, that's hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. And then if you are interested in entering for the cruise, Wizards of Thong.
Wizards of Thong. There we go.
Wizards of Thong.
All right, so you can put hashtag cruise or hashtag Wizards of Thongs, and you'll be entered.
All right.
Cruise.
So there's
screenshot
the two. And also, if you do tag two people, you'll be entered twice. So, all right. Let's talk about alternative platforms. I saw you were talking about Wayfair. I saw a post that you had the other day, an email that you sent out, and I thought,
oh, you opened it.
Of course, anything that you send, I do. So I thought this would be a really great topic. Like, what alternative platforms, ecom platforms, are people listening to or trying to get on? How easy is it to get onto these platforms? So why don't we start with Wayfair?
Yeah, Wayfair is going to be limited on the products you sell, but it's an amazing platform. So anything in the furniture space, which should be pretty obvious when you see it, but it doesn't have to be things as bulky as furniture. It just can be things like in the kitchen and dining, home and garden ish categories. But if you're in those categories, it's extraordinarily easy, in my opinion, to get started. I would say lately it's easier than what Amazon is now. I mean, now we're getting the postcards and everything to open an account. So very easy to get on. And if you sell in either one of those categories, what happens is Wayfair is going to negotiate a price with you and that they're willing to pay for your product. And then they sell it. And they probably will sell it. No, not probably. They're most definitely going to sell it at a higher price than what they're going to pay you. And they promote it, they do all of that, and you're able to always get paid what you want for that product every time they ship it. They'll also take care of sending you the shipping labels and everything you need to send it to their facility, and then they send it out, or you can have it warehoused in one of their facilities for them to send it out. Really, really straightforward, easy platform.
Now, are there any tricks to getting onto the platform?
I don't have a business, have a plan, don't apply for the account and get a call with one of their reps and not have any products or any idea. I know some people that have, opened an account on Wayfair and then they're asking, well, what sells really good? And I'll go source that. It's not like that. I think Wayfair is going in the direction of efficiently handling the bulky stuff that Amazon is just not so good at and really does not want to store in their fulfillment center. And it seems like they're expanding in that bulky or oversized product area, but very straightforward to get on. Your business identification, your personal identification, bank account, charge method, all the things you would need for Amazon.
Okay. Next platform. What's
Overstock.
another? Which one? Overstock.
Overstock.com. I love it. I think it's like sounds wrong, but it's like several steps above eBay as far as like whatever you're accustomed to normally receiving on eBay for sales. If you're treating eBay like a business, like I know a lot of people say eBay sucks, and it's because they just listed something and they don't do anything about it. Like Amazon would suck for you too if you did that. So if you're treating eBay like a business, whatever sales you're getting there for that product, I find Overstock to be about 3x, 2 to 3x what you're doing on eBay. Little challenging to get in on that one. I've had the most, what you need to do is you need to get a category manager. I have a few that I've worked with over the years that I'd be happy if, someone reaches out to me or something, I don't know, IG or post in your group or anything like that. I'd be happy to, connect you with somebody. But the real secret sauce there on how I got those contacts was just, pounding the ground on LinkedIn and just searching for Overstock and buyers on overstock.com, and then pitching my product. So what's going to happen there is you're going to go through like an 8-hour onboarding process. They're going to connect you with their Oasis platform, which is their version of Seller Central. And two ways that the transactions are going to happen with you on Overstock. One, and this is the more common, is that they're similar to Wayfair. They're going to negotiate with you on how much they'll pay for your product. And it'll begin with them giving you an Excel spreadsheet and you filling in all of your products and filling in the other details that they're requesting for each of those products. So it's really fill in the blank easy about your product. You submit it, and then they send it back to you with, I agree with this pricing, or we'll pay this. I find that what they say they will pay is very non-negotiable.
Okay.
I've maybe 1 or 2 times have I succeeded in negotiating the price in more favorable terms for me over 1,000 products. So very, very, very difficult, or maybe my negotiation skills need work. But what's going to happen is you're going to get emails in your Oasis dashboard, and it's going to say, this item has shipped. It's going to give you a list in real time, like here are the orders that need to go out. And the price that Overstock, I was going to say Wayfair, that Overstock gives you for your product, that includes shipping. So they're going to pay for the shipping. They're going to give you the shipping label. So you keep that in mind when you're agreeing on the price that they are willing to pay. Give you a shipping label. It already has the carrier and everything. You just need to put it, put your product in a box that's, e-commerce friendly, and slap a label on it and send it out. They pay every week. So quicker payment terms. I find almost all of the categories to be good on Amazon, but again, home and garden, kitchen and dining does seem to shine a lot better on overstock.com.
Now, have you ever heard of Boxed?
Boxed, or like BOX?
BOXED.
I don't know why that sounds familiar, but no, I must not be actively selling.
It's another wholesale platform.
So, is this the one that connects you with like mom and pops and stuff like that, and they can buy wholesale from you?
Yeah. So check it out. It's a great little site. Somebody, I forget who told me about it, but
I know some similar ones, and I don't remember the names.
Yeah. There's a bunch out there, but you know what? You touched on eBay, and I got to tell you that eBay is not the site that sucked, 8 years ago or 10 years ago. I used to sell on eBay, and it was okay. Then it sucked. We went back. I think this was an Empowery. Well, it was an Empowery summit. We went to the head office, and they told us what they were doing. And man, they've got some really cool things. They're actually going out of their way to get brands to come back and be brands, not to be this discount platform. And just to give you an example, I had this client who was suspended 5 times for hazmat issues. Each one had nothing to do with their product, but each time they did it, it killed their sales. So we took it over to eBay, And eBay, along with that product and 3 of his other products, we ended up selling 150 grand a month on eBay. Not a bad, not too
Heck
bad,
yeah.
not too shabby. So
No, eBay is great. It's just I guess what frustrates me most about eBay when it comes to like people in my group, and I'll tell you what, I love eBay more than I love Amazon. The thing is, it's night and day as far as which one brings me more money and has more traffic. But Amazon does not care about me at all. There is at least a small piece of eBay that still does.
yeah,
You could tell that in customer service and how they deal with you when you have an issue on your account. I wish it was reversed. eBay is amazing. What frustrates me though is so many people saying that eBay sucks and that you can't do anything on eBay, but all they did was list it. Like they have one image, junky title. If they did those same things on any platform, they'd get those results. It's not eBay, it's you.
Right. Yeah. And that, like you said, any platform. All right. So any other platforms that you're thinking of? All right.
I'd say my number one alternative platform after Amazon is Rakuten, especially Rakuten Japan. Rakuten's just Rakuten is what I call it. I don't know, but Rakuten is just absolutely
I call it
amazing.
Rasputin, but
Rasputin. Yeah, Rakuten is just absolutely amazing. Learning curve, absolutely. Do you want to hire someone on your team to deal with it? Absolutely. The people at Rakuten though will connect you with everyone you need. You could just ask them, and they will help you with every step along the way. Rakuten in the US is nothing to write home about.
right.
Rakuten in Japan is absolutely amazing because of if I count sales from Rakuten with my Amazon Japan sales, like if I was to include them, then Japan is my best country of sales outside of the US.
Wow.
Instead, it's third, because in Amazon we don't include other stuff, but with Rakuten, it's my next best country. So Rakuten is amazing.
Well, you said Japan, but Rakuten's all over. Like,
Sure.
Do they have a unification network that ties in Korea, ties in Japan, or do you have to go to country, kind of like what you're doing right now? No, you don't have to. They have unification in North America, over in Europe, but do you have to go country and cut to country with Rakuten?
I don't know 100%. I'm pretty sure it is country to country, but don't quote me on that. At least that's how we've approached it. And we sort of approach that with Amazon too, in the sense of, yes, there is some unification. I guess you mean unification in the dashboard where you can do a drop down and toggle between.
Yeah.
But we treat each country as it's a separate business. Like we'll open up a business there, like for Amazon. And I guess we approach Rakuten the same way. Like we have a Rakuten account to sell in the US. Again, nothing to write home about, but with Japan, like it's a separate business. It's amazing. I was geeking out about it with God, what's his name? This guy's like Amazon, all Amazon Japan. Nick Katz, I think.
Okay. No, I don't know Nick.
Oh, you got to get him on the show.
Well, send me his info.
I will. Yeah, no, he is just everything you want to know about successfully selling on Japan, like real stuff.
Huh. So
Nick Katz, yeah.
Very good. And I just noticed that Juan put Rakuten as US is great 3PL and cashback app. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juan, look at Juan. Well, Robbie mentioned something, and I'm totally like wrong for not mentioning this, but OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has been growing for us at about 350% year over year since it came out. So I'm also hearing in my group, this is going to blow you away. It's a little side, but
yeah,
you're always listening for like the next Amazon or something like that to early adopt. I'm having these people coming up to me, usually 19 years old, something like that. And they're showing me how they're doing thousands of dollars in profits on Facebook Marketplace. And that gets my attention. Like I remember that's a mortgage payment plus, and I'm looking and what they're doing. I guess if you have a VA, hopefully they have VAs doing this, but they're just grabbing every bestseller on Amazon and other stuff, and they're just listing it on Facebook Marketplace and they're marking it up. Now, why somebody would go shop on Facebook Marketplace and see a pristine white background image and not say, why don't I just shop on Amazon? I don't know, but it's happening, and it's happening in mass to the tune of many people making thousands of dollars a month. I'm like, let me see this. Like, there's something missing here. And I've looked at their stuff. It's legit.
What? So they take an Amazon image, or they buy the product, or they
do list it. They list it in thousands, and then when it gets a sale, they drop ship it from Amazon. They buy it with their Prime account and have it delivered to this other address. And they're doing it around the world, where everywhere that Facebook has a marketplace, and tapping into the different Amazons, and they're marking it up, say 20%. You're not dealing with Amazon seller fees or anything like that. You're buying.
Now, is that? I guess that's no different than people doing the exact same thing on eBay.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a fan of drop shipping, but I am a fan of just creativity and making it work. And when I see that, I immediately recognize, like, Facebook could make a rule change, and this could disappear overnight. And this is also something that, I don't feel like Amazon's a fan of drop shipping. You can't, you lose a lot of control of your inventory and stuff like that. So, but it's happening. There's Clubhouse rooms happening about it via, so that's official now.
Oh, well then, of course.
It's official. That's it.
If there's a Clubhouse room, then it's official.
Then it's legit. Well, I have another one to add, unless you want to like unpack that one a little bit. This is one that I learned in you and I's last face-to-face encounter, and I have been applying it ever since, so much so that I had him come present. I think you know who I'm going to say, but I had him come present this in my meetup group, and that is Rich Goldstein presented on expired patents. This is a little off subject, but expired patents I use to like source products for private label stuff. A little aside, I got excited, but that's a really good one to look for products.
That's a really great idea.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So let's expand on that. So what does he do? What's his method?
Well, this is for sourcing products, a little different than a third-party platform, but I felt like if we're just getting into creative things that you can do, this is one that I learned last time we were doing, what was it? A Seller Growth Summit, San Francisco. They locked San Francisco down as we were doing our event. Like, that's how last second. So you're just going to the USPTO and searching for expired patents. He has a free course. I don't know his website. I don't know anything like that. I guess it'd be easy to find, but he has a free course on how to do it. But you're literally just going to the USPTO and searching for expired patents. The one he showed in Seller Growth Summit was like an asparagus peeler. Remember? I don't know if you remember. It was like an asparagus peeler, and it's like super weird. But you look at it and then you jump back to Amazon and see what's going on in that category, and you look at some keywords and you're like, whoa, like, wait a minute, like, this is, you can't get a patent on it, but you're also not selling a Me Too product because like no one's doing it. There is a chance though, the reason no one's doing it and the reason the patent's expired is because the product sucked. Yeah. But if you apply some just like Amazon and business know-how and look at the data, I think it's a great place to find some pretty amazing products.
Now, Robbie talked about OfferUp. I don't know anything about OfferUp. This is the first time I've heard of it. Super sweet. What is it?
It's like a marriage of like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, but really great UI. I believe they're letting you ship stuff now. I'm not for certain. When I upgraded to this mic that I'm using now, which I think is the same, I think we have the same mic, the Shure SM-V7 yeah. So when I upgraded to this mic, kind of like my agreement with Wifey, and I got the Rodecaster Pro and all this stuff here, like it was sell your other stuff. Like, just don't have all these mics and stuff laying around. So I sold them on OfferUp. I listed them obviously starting at a very aggressive price. Cost me nothing to list them. I sold everything in under 12 hours.
Wow.
Pictures with my phone too, like nothing pro photo.
That's great. I'm going to have to check that out. That's the first time I heard it. So thank you, Mr. Stanley.
I think it would be a fantastic spot to put all of your used like returns and stuff like that. As long as it wasn't completely shattered, OfferUp would be fantastic.
We have something like that in Canada called Kajibi. I don't know if you have, or Kajabi. I don't know if you have it. Kijiji, that's what it is. Kijiji, not Kajabi.
Okay.
So it's similar. But one of the things I did last week, I did it last month as well. I went out and I bought Amazon returns. They're sealed. You don't know what they are. This is just a fun note. And for $10, I was able to get, I bought, the first one was 5, then I got 10 packs. That's the maximum you can buy. I got just a whack of stuff. One envelope that I ended up getting had 4 lifetime Rosetta Stones in it. They were worth $1,300 in the one package. So for $10, I don't know what I'm getting. Kelsey was down the one time we got them, and it was like a lifetime supply of Mentos. But it's just kind of fun, and it has nothing to do with alternative platforms. But it's just kind of a fun way to play with Amazon. Is get their returns.
Well, staying with like fun places to get stuff and alternative platforms, I definitely know of 2, and I think I know of a 3rd. I mean, I'm just going to believe that that's what's happening, that their entire business is out of their garage, and they buy pallets or container loads of like liquidation or used goods from like Amazon and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And not all Amazon though. Like some of these liquidation companies, they give you a sheet of more or less like what's on this pallet. And he really doesn't pay a lot for these things at all. He gets them, he sits in his lawn chair, he processes them in, and he lists them on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. And the guy does, I'd say $10,000, $12,000 in profit per month. Not a bad life if that's just how you want to live it,
Todd Snively.
I do know that name. I've been reaching out to some people to try to get an introduction. So can you make an introduction?
Absolutely. He's a great guy. And Todd's been on the podcast. He's heavy into our wholesaling. Heavy into wholesaling.
Yeah. He's got an amazing video. His landing page of his video. I've seen it. Like I've been trying to get in contact with the guy.
Oh, well. Sorry, I had to go on mute for a sec. But anyways, that's how he got started. And he just bought Amazon returns, resold them. And I mean, the guy, I wish I made what he made, but he's like you. I mean, he's untouchable.
Oh,
but no, Todd's still in the wholesale game. He's got a course, a really, really good course on this. And he's got a bunch of software apps to help you pinpoint outside of Amazon now, but who are some distributors that you can go to and get a deal to sell on Amazon. And it is definitely a viable way of making money outside of arbitrage and outside of private label. So anyways, I can definitely make the intro, and anybody who's listening, if they want to hear about what Todd's doing and the whole wholesale model, just check it out. Kelsey hopefully can post it up during this call. And we talked about this before, the other platform, but this is more on an influencer level, but can make a big difference and will make a big difference. Well, I was going to say Shoploop.
Shoploop. I'm not familiar with Shoploop.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's Google's influencer network platform.
Yeah. I think I made like a note on my Trello card and it like fell to the bottom on our call on that one. Cause I'm not getting a visual of it. And normally I would.
Yeah. It's incredible. Like if you take a look, it's a kind of like your own platform to promote any of your products. I just noticed that Mark put down Etsy too.
I don't know how we missed that one.
Yeah. Etsy's booming.
Yeah. My experience with Etsy is limited to print on demand. Mm-hmm. And it's not even really firsthand. It's just hiring somebody. I don't think I could help someone with step 1 on Etsy, but I've really been thinking, now we have the Wizards of Ecom location, like creating some of these, inspired, I guess, by like these Project X's and these like case studies, the Maldives or like stuff. I wanted to do like in my group, look, I'll put in $3,000 to $5,000. We'll work this business together, starting with, what are those machines that like make, God, we'll get back to it, but we'll start with, liquidation stuff. And the only platform we're going to use is like OfferUp and Marketplace. And we're going to reinvest 100% of the profits and see where we're at the end of the year. If you do it and you stick with it, you get to keep the business. Glowforge, that's the other one. Like, let's go on Etsy, and then we're gonna just for like the fun here, we're gonna get a Glowforge, which is pretty. I mean, it's expensive, but it's very affordable for what it does and what it can do in a business. And let's get a Glowforge. We'll put it here. We're gonna sell nothing but products that we can make with this Glowforge, and do the same thing. At the end, you keep the Glowforge and you keep the business. Etsy, I'd love to play with Etsy that way. Also, Alina, Alina from AZ Rank, like she does like an Etsy ranking service too, or something like that on Etsy. So it looks like Etsy's got a lot going on.
Yeah, it definitely has changed. What was the other one? It just came to mind.
There was an article. I just put an email out there too. You might have seen it, for Marketing Brew. I don't know if you get that email newsletter. Amazing. It's like the #1 thing I read in the morning. But Marketing Brew email newsletter just put out an article today on Etsy and like what's driving them and things that are coming down the road. It's super awesome.
Oh, okay. So Kelsey, make sure you make a note of that. I'm going to have to check that one out. Marketing Brew. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Morning Brew, and then they have Marketing Brew within Morning Brew, but you want to go to like Morning Brew.
It's perfect with Lunch with Norm.
Perfect.
Coffee, of course. All right. Today, we've got to actually cut this a little bit short because I've got a podcast to do in 15 minutes. But what other types of press, any tips, tricks, new things to either avoid or to embrace? I know I'm throwing you against throwing you into a corner, Carlos.
Not to sound like a broken record. Amazon Live Video just keeps getting better and better, especially via the Amazon Influencer Program. Especially now that you're seeing that posts are appearing on stores and how you can connect them into your Amazon Live Video feeds. The follow button is popping up more and more. I can't emphasize enough that Amazon Live Video is something that people should really be paying attention to. Also, I read something somewhere that I think people should embrace and stop this whole email is dead thing. There's a business model out there that seems super sexy to me, and it's sort of like paid email newsletter, or similar to like a Morning Brew, like we just did, which is free to join, but they monetize the other way. You don't have to go to that extreme, but I would say, God, where did I hear this? But it said businesses should start treating themselves almost like a media company in a way, or putting a heavy focus on creating content and building community. And if you're not doing that, then you could be just being left behind. So whether it's press releases, I was just telling my group, you came up yesterday evening at our event. I use like some pitch publicity. I just have for years, this PR thing, but I'm getting to the point where I'm probably just gonna like bring everything over to PR reach, but definitely embrace that, and not just because it's you. I mean, it's just super impactful in your business. So those would be some things. I could go on, but those would be my top ones.
Okay, and you talked about Amazon Live. You've been on one of the episodes in the past talking about it, but I would like you to come back if you're open to it, to talk specifically about Amazon Live, and maybe in the next month and a half or so, 2 months. Because it has changed and it has evolved, and you are seeing Amazon wanting you to build this community, like with these follow buttons. It's no coincidence that it's on live, it's on post, it's in your store now. They're really trying to, help you build. And what better way for product announcements or sales? I mean, you get notifications. Anybody who's following gets a notification. So you're the master at it, and I really would like you to come back and talk more about Amazon Live if you got time.
Sounds great.
In your busy life.
We'll make it happen.
All right, good. Okay, so I think that's it. Unless, Kelsey, are there any questions? We could take a few.
Yep, there are a couple of questions that came in. Okay, from Yarrow, in the USA, how much all other online platforms selling for you in percentage from Amazon sales? So what are the percentages for your online platforms?
Not counting Amazon International. So we're just saying Amazon US for me. With how would that be? I could tell you this, like I'm in every big box retail store that is relevant to my products. And I'd like to say I have competitive placement even in those stores. Mm-hmm. And it's only about 8% of my business. So, I mean, Amazon's a beast. I didn't make the rules. The percentage, if I'm just counting US of the other platforms, I'm going to say under 5%. I'll keep in mind though, I'm doing a really, really high volume, and 5%, we're not talking about 5% of 10,000. So 5% is a huge number. But that's what it is. Plus, when I say that I sell on Rakuten, Overstock, and all this other stuff, it doesn't mean I'm like the guru of gurus on how to do it. I'm sure there's a lot of room for optimization to get better, hire people to get better at it. But since Amazon's my main focus, I'm just happy with what's going on there. You could probably do a lot better than me.
Yeah, and if you it's like social media. You don't have to be on every platform.
Right.
You know, you can't be an expert everywhere. Carlos has got like tons of
15
employees,
years.
You know,
15 years of doing this. Yeah.
So if you can find something, maybe Etsy is going to be your next Amazon, or maybe eBay, maybe some of the other ones that we talked about today. Main thing is that you go out and try, and if it brings in, so Carlos is, you know, 5-ish%. Again, I know Carlos's business a little bit. I don't think that's the norm. You know, if the average person goes out there, you'll probably see a range of between 10 to 30% can be off Amazon if you're working a couple of platforms. That's roughly what I think. But what do I know?
Yeah, and that 5%, I mean, we're talking about
numbers
somewhere in the tune of 8 to 10 million. So like that's pretty significant.
Okay, from Michelle, Amazon Marketplace, does it offer returns for customers?
I've never dealt with a return for a customer, like as far as like push to me by Facebook, or Amazon Marketplace. I'm sorry, I thought you said Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I deal with a lot of returns. Amazon Marketplaces that offer returns for customers. You know, they do, but for me, I have one policy. You're not happy with the product, I don't care. You're possibly a scammer. It doesn't matter. Here, what is your address so I can send you a free replacement? I'm not going to inconvenience you with returning the product to me.
It's Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay. Facebook Marketplace. I've never dealt with a return with Facebook stuff, but my policy on how I would approach that would be the same way. Like if somebody messaged me on Messenger and was like, hey, I don't like this, or I noticed you charge me more than Amazon, full refund. My bandwidth, my cost of time in building an SOP to deal with that in the future or anything like that is not worth whatever that profit margin is. It's not worth a negative review. It's not worth being reported for something. Just, you know, I want to turn them into a repeat customer.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
That's it.
Okay. And this one, it's about the Amazon returns. So like the mystery boxes that you get, I believe. I always wanted to buy Amazon
you know
returns.
what? Those mystery boxes, they're specific to my area where I live. So it's not where like you can go out anywhere. I don't think you can just go out anywhere, but we have. Go ahead, Kels.
I've seen it on like TikTok. They got pretty popular, but they'd usually be at like dollar stores will do it. Might run like a campaign to do these mystery boxes, but I don't think it's like everywhere. You just might have to.
We go to a liquidator. The liquidator comes up. It says that he's got, you know, a few thousands of these. You can only get a 10 at a time, and we buy it that way. So it's not somewhere you can go within Amazon. I should have clarified that.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting higher quality stuff there, but there is, I think Topper Liquidation does it, but like there's a lot of liquidation companies that have something structured with Amazon when it comes to like that stuff that you can buy by the container load. I just personally would not get it to resell on Amazon. I would have an off Amazon play to do that.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get, but it's a shake of the dice. Okay.
And last question.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
From Robbie, is Norm going on the cruise, or
absolutely
who else will be attending?
Matching thongs? You put it out there. We're doing it. Start doing your burpees now. Get those abs beach ready, Norm. It's happening.
All right. There we go. Okay. So is that it? I still can't get that image out of my mind. Oh, And I'm talking about me, not you.
We'll do
All
like
right.
we'll do like a dance on the Lido deck or something. Go viral.
Okay, perfect. Okay, everybody. So I think that's it, unless you can squeeze it in. If you're looking at one of the two prizes today, please put in hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. We'll wait 30 seconds, or hashtag Wheel of Cruise. Is that it?
No, Wizards of Thongs or hashtag Cruise.
All right. Okay, so we'll wait a few minutes for that, or a few
And
seconds.
just to clarify, so like the ticket for the cruise, it's not for the cabin and the flights, correct? Like that's all.
Correct.
You have
It's
to
for the
purchase-
event.
Yeah.
On the-
So you're
if
only
you'd like to go.
It's for the
It's
event
not all
right now.
inclusive.
Yeah, right now it's like $300 to $500 for the event fee. It goes up to a maximum of $500, but it's $300 to $500 right now. Even if it goes up and you're locked in, like you're good. You'll also get the virtual pass, so you'll get access to the recordings with it.
Perfect.
But you need to get a cabin. You need to get all that, and I'll send you where to get all that once.
Yeah.
Once
And it's
you
not
win.
expensive.
No, it's not meant to be. Like, I'm a business person. I'd like to turn some coin on it, but it's meant to have like an amazing networking and learning experience while having fun on a cruise. Like that's what it is.
Okay.
Perfect.
All
So
right.
I
Is
think
it
we
that
got-
time?
I think so. So we got 2 giveaways, and it's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
All right, it's everyone's favorite time, the Wheel of Kelsey. So this is for the
Nice
crew.
jam.
Just make sure I don't miss anyone.
Oh,
we
is
got-
that me in there?
we got no, it's a different one.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Okay, so here we go. So I'll shuffle everyone's name.
Go Juan. Go Juan.
Oh, is there 2 Michelles? I think there might be 2 Michelles. Sorry. Okay, so shuffle everyone up, and here we go. 3, 2. Oh, lifestyle. Just a second. I think lifestyle. We got some late entries coming in.
Which one is this for?
Okay. This is for the cruise. So the
Oh, nice.
big one. So 3, 2, 1.
Who is the winner? The lucky winner. Oh my gosh. There we
All right,
go.
Rad is
I love
the
it.
big winner.
All right. So
Okay.
yeah. Hopefully we get to meet Rad on the cruise. That would be cool.
Okay,
All
so
right.
then we have one more
Yep.
wheel. This is for the vault. Okay, and just since Rad won the last time, I'm gonna take him out because he gets.
Oh,
anyways. So 3, 2, 1.
This is a cool prize. What do we got?
yeah.
Actor.
Who's that?
Actor.
Oh, okay. Very good. So,
So he's a new entry.
a
actually.
1-year subscription to the Video Vault.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Get access to all the previous events plus the next year.
Cool. All right. So, as mentioned, I got to take off because I'm on a podcast in 4 minutes.
Me too.
Live. I got to turn this over. Anyways, Carlos, thank you for being on the podcast today. It was awesome. Anytime we can get you on here is cool. And I think that's it. Kelsey, I'm going to see you later.
Yes. Yep. So everyone, thank you for watching today. Subscribe, hit the like button. And yeah, we really appreciate you coming on. You catch the episode on YouTube, Norman Farrar. And there we go. I think that's
All right.
it.
So thank you, everybody. Join us usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This was a special episode at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for being part of our community.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Lunch with the